Thanks, Karine. You noted JCT and Moody's. Do you guys have a sense in terms of the Penn Wharton analysis? You know, we've heard some Republicans talk about it. I think Senator Manchin has mentioned an iteration of it in the past, but finding that there would be a shortfall in the 10-year window. Overall, it would cost $3.9 trillion. What's kind of your read on that analysis?
Yeah, so the biggest problem with Penn Wharton's report is that they didn't model the actual bill. And so, for one thing, they incorrectly assume just $1.56 trillion in offsets when the Build Back Better agenda is fully paid for, with over $2 trillion in offsets that the president outlined in the Build Back Better framework that he put out last week, as you all know. And as the Joint Committee on Taxation, which is what we've been talking about, and our own numbers, which align with each other, confirm they underestimate, this is Penn Wharton, by $292 billion, the combined revenue impact of the corporate minimum tax, stock buybacks, international corporate adjusted gross income surcharge for those making more than $10 million. So the net income investment tax and loss limitation compared to JCT scoring. So they also don't include key areas of Build Back Better that will increase economic growth, like the child tax credit, putting more Americans to work, investing in affordable housing. So, for example, just to give an example here, when it comes to the child tax credit, the analysis does not consider the benefits that most 450 economists, including 4 Nobel Prize winners, recently highlighted in an open letter. They also assume that unpaid for extensions of the programs are happening, which is not a reasonable assumption at all, and rest on the changing the president's stated position. So, you know, I'm not sure what they modeled here, but it isn't what the Build Back Better Act actually is.
And then I think you asked about the president, but in terms of on the staff side of things, obviously your team put together the budget analysis last night, the preliminary budget analysis last night. Is there anything else you can talk about in terms of what they've been doing today to try and mollify some of the concerns of those 5 or 6 moderate?
I don't have anything specific. You know, these conversations are continuing to happen, and so I don't want to, you know, get ahead of that. But I can say we're working very, very closely with members and their staff to make sure that we deliver for the American public. Again, these are transformational, these are historical, these are going to change the lives of millions of Americans, and we want to get this done.